around 4,000 to 3,500 years ago, all the four major constituents of the Indian population are already in. And during this 2,000 years, genetics tells us there was significant mixing that happened between all population groups of the kind that was never seen before or never seen later.
So I'm assuming that there was so much mixing that this whole idea of North Indians or South Indians and the Tamil people and East Indians being different races, I'm assuming that that's BS. Am I correct? Like the level of mixing that happened in India, this whole idea of like we're North Indian, so we're more Aryan, I'm assuming that that is BS. Is that BS? Katie is saying, to summarize, 65,000 years ago, the first Indians, 9 years ago, the Harambe people, the Harappanas people, 4,000 years ago, the Aryans. Most of India doesn't know about the first Indians. Really? Really? So I know more about India's history right now than most Indians? Wow, it's so easy to be more educated than most people. It's, guys, like I'm telling you guys, like if you guys just like look up this information, just a little bit of information, you look up, all of a sudden you become more educated than the vast majority of people. That's how easy it is to be more educated than most people. Katie's saying almost every Indian has all kind of DNA, but the concentration of DNA still differs. Okay. We got a super chat from Ayush Kumar. Ayush Kumar saying all but heard because there's Sanatan Dharma. Oh, that Dharma. Is that Dharma, right? Sanatan Dharma will be proved wrong. They believe that it exists from the beginning of the world. Love from ex-Brahman Hindu. Thank you so much. Love back right at you, Ayush. And thank you so much for the super chat. Really, guys, is this whole DNA talk and race talk somehow related to the religious talk? Is there a connection here? If there's a connection here, I want to know the details of this connection, because that all of a sudden became very interesting. Because, guys, we're interested in religion and we're also interested in this far-right bigoted stuff. So now we're talking that there's a connection here. That makes me very, very interested. If there is a legit connection here, I want to know about this connection and I want to highlight it in a different video. That is pretty cool. That is pretty impressive. Yeah, so you actually saying kinda, Ayush is saying yes. That is very interesting if that is true. Is the fight between tribal and Brahmin India. That's Rohit is saying that. New to the community. Well, welcome to the family. South Indian is completely different to North. Is it very different? Okay, Katie's saying yes. They believe that Sanatan Dharma existed from the very beginning. Sanatan Dharma means eternal path, and that's why they are calling Hinduism as such. Yes, it's Sanatan Dharma. Yeah, I know about Dharma. We did a video on this, right? The eternal path, the right way. Sounds a lot like Sirat al-Mustaqim in Islam, right? But how is that relevant to this DNA talk, though? How that Hindu, how is that Hindu dogma BS connected to the DNA talk? Because this whole DNA talk is modern. How are they connecting this modern talk into that old religious talk? Everything is connected to Hinduism. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with the video.
Genetics also says around 100 CE, this mixing more or less
100 CE, guys. This is like we're getting really close. This is really recent stuff. Okay, so we're just like, look at this. In 2 minutes of this video, we jump from 65,000 year history. Guys, it's so amazing to me how people talk about 65,000 years and then 9,000 years. We just jump from 65,000 to 9,000 years. Like, yeah, oh yeah, 65, 9,000. And then if you actually look at the history, like if you look at what's happened in the past 100 years, like there's like shelves, like books and books and books and books written about what happened in the past 100 years. And to imagine that all the stuff that we know happened in the past 100 years happened in every 100th increment of this 65,000 years, and we're like just treating like tens of thousands of years of history, as if like, oh yeah, another 50. Oh yeah, the first Indian came, and then just 56,000 years later, the Harambe people, the Harambe people came, and they're like, yeah, they're just like 56,000 years. Like, yeah, man, yeah. Guys, like, imagine the stuff that happened in that 56,000 years. Imagine, wait, what was that? Harappans, Harappanas, those people, right? Imagine every single 100 years in that 56,000 years has enough, like, the amount of stuff that just happened and we have no idea in all that time. I mean, technically it didn't happen the same. There were much less people, but still, like, we have no idea. Just call them the Harambe people. Okay. I'm officially calling them the Harambe people. Because they don't believe that the entire world got their civilization from Hindus. Oh, that's okay. They also, because they believe that the entire world so this is what they think. So this whole idea of people coming from elsewhere to India, they get butthurt over this because they think that the entire world got their civilization from Hindus. If the Aryans migration is true, they cannot push that propaganda. That is so interesting. Okay. Okay, wow.
Is around 100 CE.
So now we're at 100 CE. So guys, this is like really recent. I know 100 CE sounds like ancient to most people, but compared to 65, God, that 1,000 years ago, this is like recent history.
This mixing more or less came to an end, and endogamy started, which is people marrying within their own groups.
Oh, because of caste system. Oh yes, because of caste system. So imagine, like, the mixing is happening for thousands of years, and all of a sudden the mixing stops. That's the power of the caste system. Holy crap. If that is true, that shows how powerful this goddamn dogmatic ideology was that manages to halt this mixing. Is that really what happened? So for 2,000 years, the mixing stopped? The level of mixing stopped? That is pretty crazy. That's really powerful influence by the caste system. That is a lot of influence.
Which is a distinguishing feature of the caste system. After people had already mixed, the caste system falls around the ankles of the Indian society.
I like how he expresses that. The caste system falls around the ankles of Indian society, like a chain that holds them to where they are. Katie's saying, yes, that's what happened. The history of the caste system is interesting. Yes, exactly. I agree with this. You got mixed up already. There's no reason to stop. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Darko. What, you guys, it's too late, caste system. It's too late. You had your chance. Everybody's already mixed up. But the fact that the extra mixing stopped right after that shows how powerful the caste system is. Another interesting fact, the Harappanas created the world's first urban cities with grid system houses and underground drainage. They were not Hindus, but Hindus want to claim it. Yes. I know. Like, I read that a long time ago in history that a lot of historians are shocked by how advanced the earliest civilizations in India were. But this is way before the Aryans and way before Hinduism. So yeah, good luck with claiming credit for any of that, right? Yes, and okay, so the Harappanas is Indus Valley. Yeah, the Indus Valley civilization. Yes, we keep reading this in history. People are like, the Indus Valley civilization, they had everything. They had pipes and this and that, and everything was organized, and they were very, very advanced, and it was very shocking. And aliens, no aliens, but like all of that. And they're like, oh my God, yes, oh my God, look at this. They were so ahead of the rest of the world. And like, No Aryans, no Hinduism. Okay? No Aryans, no Hinduism. So you can't claim credit for any of that. Sorry. I'm sorry, racist. And I'm sorry, religious, dogmatic people. Religious people and racists, none of that is yours. None of that is yours.